So I'm going to make my version of the ratatouille, and it's really easy and it's delicious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in my olive oil. I mean, I'm thinking about 5 tablespoons of olive oil. And then I'm going to mix in my garlic here. And this is about, I would say, 3 tablespoons of garlic. Very garlicky. I have a cup of onions that are going in. So we're going to saute that in. Next in, I have my basil. I've got a handful of chopped basil. I throw that in. And then I'm going to add my jalapenos, nice and spicy. I leave the seeds in. If you don't like the seeds, pull them out. If it makes it too fiery, take them out. You know, everything I'm using is from the garden, and that's the beauty of farm to table. Okay, so now my jalapenos are done. They're going down. I've got a green pepper. I'm going to cut up for you. This is from, again, the garden. And here, we'll just stack it and chop it. And look, I'm going to salt this down, folks. This is three tablespoons of salt. So I like it salty, but again, use the salt to taste or to what you're allowed to have. Okay, pepper in. Now I'm going to cut up my yellow squash. Just give it a nice cut. There we go. Chop it up. And I like nice big chunks in the ratatouille. I don't like small, tiny little vegetables in it. There we go. And we're going to add this in. Perfect. Throw that in. So we're going to chop this up again, nice big chunks. So the yard is in full bloom. I've got my beautiful gladiolas. They remind me of Long Island in the summertime when we used to go out to the farm stands. And all the farms grew their glads. We pick up our vegetables and grab a beautiful bunch of gladiolas. Now, these beans, I don't know the name of them. I should for everyone out there, but I don't. These beans are so different. I couldn't believe the first time I cooked them. They're purple, yeah? And when I cooked them, I looked into the pot and they all turned green. I was like, what is going on? I've never seen magic beans like this. It's crazy. So here we go. I've got these beans and I'm going to add them in. Now, again, this is my version of the ratatouille. If you folks at home don't like any of the ingredients, substitute with something you do like. And just give that a mix. Let's take the ends off, chop them up. Perfect. I'm going to drop them down. Perfect. I have gorgeous celery from the garden. Look at this. It's just amazing. This is the first time I grew celery and pretty proud of myself. It came out gorgeous. So in the garden, I've got carrots, artichoke, zucchini, tomatoes, cucumbers, asparagus, potatoes. I mean, there is no spot on this land that is not with some vegetables. Okay, I'm going to salt this down. I added a lot of new ingredients. Salt it down again and pepper it up. Respice up. Now, what I like to do is throw the top of the leaf in like that. I don't really like to waste anything. And this is going to add such a beautiful flavor to it. Now, of course, you're not going to serve it with big chunks like that. So just once you're done with that, just pull it out. I love to eat the celery from it. Again, I'm using San Marzano tomatoes, my favorite. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dump them right in. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to dump a little water in. perfect, and I'm gonna give this a chop right in here. I want the chunks of the tomato. I don't want it all pureed. So this is how I'm doing it. Right up top, chop it up. And that's it. It's as simple as that. Give it a mix it all up. The one last thing I'm going to add to this is my mother's Italian flat beans. These beans are from Italy, and my mom literally brought the seeds over with her on the boat. Nutty as heck, but she did. So I'm adding these in to the ratatouille. Just give them a chop, leave them thick. Now, I don't know if you could get these here. Sorry to use an ingredient that you can't find, but ratatouille, I'm gonna drop this in. It's so delicious, these beans. There we go. Now for my famous ribs recipe. This is a real great rib recipe that I've been using for years. And they're sticky ribs, and they're the best ribs you ever had. So the first ingredient I'm gonna add in here is my chopped garlic. All I'm gonna do is just nicely season it all over. Now, you never season one side, so we're gonna do this. And after everything I put on here, I'm gonna season both sides. I've got my Montreal steak seasoning. Okay, I'm gonna brown sugar it up, crumple it up, put it down. You see how I'm doing it. I'm really not measuring anything, and I apologize. But here, take a look. It's simple. Just crumble it up, put it down, do the other side. So now look, I have my little honey bear, and I melted it. I cheat. So here we go. I'm going to just pour that right over. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to pop it in the oven. Take these and throw them in. I don't make my homemade barbecue sauce often. So when I'm in a rush and it's summertime, I'm using all sorts of barbecue sauces. I have Casey Masterpiece here going in. And this is strictly just pour it in, mix it up. It doesn't matter your quantities or anything like that. Just make a nice big pile of mixed sauces. As you can see, this is Stubbs Sweet Heat. This is Stubbs Original. Let's give it a, take that off. Pour it in. Wow, that smells great. Okay, then we got Cattleman. Dump that in. We use a lot of that one. Throw that out. And then we have some Bullseye. Throw that in. And now we're just gonna mix it together. Okay, stay with me as this all cooks up. I'm gonna throw down the pasta. We've got our barbecue sauce all ready to be doused on top of our ribs. And I have some sweet corn that I'm gonna do for you. Hang on a second.